M0FXP Hamtech, welcome to my videos on the Uniden 260DN on the left here, and on the right the Uniden 160DN. Virtually identical in how they operate, but obviously one is a handheld with two AA batteries that are rechargeable. The other one's a base station that requires 12 volts to power it. The surprising thing for me with the Uniden 260 is that the screen actually changes colour, and I was not expecting that at all. So let's just show you that. We'll just go menu, turn it back, settings, set backlight, set colour, and then look. So that is probably the biggest surprise to me, because it wasn't actually mentioned in any manuals. And I am a sucker for a colour screen, so we'll leave it on green for now. Let's go back with the menu button. Now, if you're not familiar with Uniden scanners, all of this may seem confusing to you. The difference between a scanner is that you have banks of frequencies that just scan and scan and scan, and then it will stop. And with some scanners, it will record them, it will save them to the memory. And there's software, very, very sort of elaborate software, where you can manipulate and do things with those frequencies. Of course, multiple modes. Now this one has air band, marine band, rail bands, military bands, ham bands, CB bands, but also modes. You have AM, FM, NFM, NXDM, P25. Well, this one doesn't have P25. DMR, and so on and so on. So the potential is massive, but it is down to the amount of work that you put into the scanner. So a basic thing to do with both these scanners is just to press the hold. See the word hold appear, and that's the hold button there. And we've got the hold button under here. And you can just type in a frequency. So we go 431.550. Then you just press hold again. You've got on this device, you can turn up the squelch, turn down the volume. On this one, to change the volume, you just have to push down and you can turn the volume up and down. There's someone there. If you press the function button, which is the silver one here, function, and then press down, you get squelch. But also you can, again, when it's in hold, just type the frequency with the keypad. The other thing with these scanners is you can just hit search. Now the search are channels that you've pre-programmed into the scanner yourself. So if you just go scan, it starts to look through, and on both of these there are 10 banks. I've actually turned them all off on this. And you turn them off. Each bank is very cleverly numbered 1 to 10, or 1 to 0. 0 becomes 10. And then you can turn them on and off just by pressing those numbers, and within each number there are your favorite channels. So you could have 100 repeaters on number 1 and call it repeaters. And you can rename the bank, I believe, with these two models. And then you can just scan through your repeaters. But you could tell it to scan through, if you set repeaters, the military band, air band, marine band, digital repeaters, DMR repeaters, then you decide what you're going to do. So that's the how you just scan lots of frequencies that you've saved. And yes, there's software, and the mini USB cable that goes here and in the side of the 160 is the same. And the software, there is software from Uniden, but there's also software from PROSCAN, ARC BUTEL, and it's fantastic. And it actually, the ARC BUTEL one actually gives you a waterfall scope. So there's that. Now the other thing you can do is what they call the service search. So if you look here, there's a button you press, see the services. So racing, FM, broadcast, military, custom, you can custom searches, you can edit that, you can edit the names, and you have exactly the same thing on this scanner as well. Pretty sure I've set one of the shortcuts to go, let's try it. So we'll go F2, there you are, it's starting to scan. And I'm not going to do a full tutorial now, but you can set the 1, 2, and 3 button to do what you like. They both have, if I go hold is always your best friend with these type of scanners. Any Uniden scanner, I always say hold is your best friend. And yes, you can set the screen to flash different colors and make different kinds of sounds for different channels. But basically, if you go F, the F appears on the screen, and then press number 3, you get, I wasn't quick enough on that, so that's okay. You just go back to scan, then you just go hold F3, and you're into the scope. It's quite a basic scope, but when you're connected to the software, it's actually quite good. So just bear that in mind. Another thing you can do is what they call a custom search. So if you just go menu, go to search for, go to custom search, you can now start scanning, and each button is a different start and finish set of frequencies. Okay, so on number 1 is 26 megs, number 2 could be 20 megs, not 20 megs, it wouldn't do that, 10 or 11 megs, and say number 3 could do 144 megs, number 5 could do 50 megs, you get the idea, and it's the same on both scanners. If you go menu, go down to search for, push down, and then custom search, and you can actually set a shortcut as well on one of these buttons to take you straight to it as well. Like I said, hold's your best friend, because when you press hold, you can just type a frequency, .550, press hold again, it will just display it and you can listen. You can change modes by pressing F then 9 on both, F9, or you can, if you don't press hold, if you just type a frequency, so we go 431.550 again, and at this time press the enter. Look, you go into the saving channels mode, so you can enter and you can decide which bank to save it in. We're in bank 1 at the moment. Then choose the channel you want to save it in, so you just go yes, enter, and it's both devices, and then you go down and set the frequency and the mode and the modulation and different flashy lights that you want, and whether it's digital, etc. And the back button is always the menu button. See that? So if we go menu and go in a bit deeper, let's go in deep, and then back out, look, it's the menu button. And yes, you can set the screen to go on and off just by pressing the on off button, look. And same goes for the, it's a dimmer as well. And it's very, they are fun to use and quite inexpensive. This one is inexpensive, I think, £360 for a scanner of this quality. I think it's a bargain, actually. I feel that the 160 should be lower price myself. It's okay, works great. They've got headphones out. You can add a Bluetooth thing and speaker and headphones and all that kind of stuff. But I just think for what you get, I think they should be lower price. Like the 125 is a lower price. That's it. And you've got weather channels on the USA model. This is the USA model here, and so is this. Pretty sure we've got weather channels here somewhere. But there it is there. So you just go F0, and then you turn on the weather channels. You've got lockout. So when you press the lockout, it will lock out a frequency that you don't want to listen to. But it will come back when you reboot. Or you can permanently lock it down, I think, by holding it down. The no button's like a delete as well. You've got a dot here, which is a no. You've got the enter, which is the yes button, or you just push down on the knob here or press this knob here. Then you've got IFX. Now the attenuation, that sort of speaks for itself, and the level, volume level speaks for itself. So if you go F and then hit the 8, you can actually set the level of the volume to be plus or minus. So it's not so loud, and same goes for attenuation. IFX I've never used, so I'm going to learn and make a completely separate video on what IFX is. I don't know what it is, but yes, they're both DMR, they're both NXDN, and I've noticed that if I use my open spot, which is the open spot 3 or the 4 Pro, I can cross mode and I can listen to C4FM, D-Star, NXDN, DMR, and I'm not sure about P25, I haven't tried that, but what I do know is that I can cross mode anything I want to DMR or NXDN. So therefore, this suddenly becomes a very useful device, even when it's just received. But overall, you get a nice mobile mounting bracket. You get like 3 power supplies for this. It does come with antenna. What I'm going to do later is sit outside in my garden with just this and a telescopic antenna, no fancy antennas. It's not HF radio. It's CB all the way up to 23 centimeters. And I'm going to see what I receive. Of course, I'll probably receive the same thing on the handheld. I've got a telescopic on here now, actually, on this one there. But I'm going to use the one that came in the box with this. This was about £360. Amazon all the way from America to the UK. 5 days. Same goes for this. So I can't believe how quick they got it here. But I'm having great fun with scanners. And you sort of think, oh, I don't really like scanners. They just receive. Well, I've started sort of using scanners about a year ago, and I've never looked back since. Do I need one? Of course I don't. This is a hobby. I don't buy what I need. I buy what I'm learning and enjoying, and recreational time. So I'm having great fun with scanners, and I hope you will as well. So side by side, BCD 260DN, 160DN, lots of really good software out there for programming these and learning. And yeah, you will bang your head against the wall learning a scanner, but this is a great place to start because it is just banks and channels. It's not all the fancy scanner stuff for trunk systems and Tetra and all that kind of stuff. This is just banks of channels, which is a lot easier. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, 73.